What's up, everybody? It's OP back here with OPTV here for another sneaker review today. So make sure to stay tuned because I'll be right back. All right, so today, guys, we have the NikeCraft Tom Sachs general purpose shoe in the brown colorway and or the dark field brown colorway. This is the third rendition of this silhouette. It has two other releases. The first release being the Tom Sachs Studio, which is a kind of all white shoe with a, I want to say, sail kind of tannish bottom. Then the second shoe to release in the Tom Sachs general purpose was the yellow colorway. That colorway is the archive colorway. So that one was the second rendition, like I said, this colorway. And then this is the third. So just like those other boxes and everything else, as far as NikeCraft design, this goes and follows the same, things as those. So as you can see, NikeCraft, the boxes always looks a little more, I guess, distressed, kind of, I don't want to say crafty because that's not really a word, but a little more like arts and crafts. So looks, not as a traditional Nike box where it has a Nike swoosh on it and things like that that are kind of like already printed on there. So this has the same print, but it looks like someone like hand drew this Nike swoosh. They wrote NikeCraft, someone wrote it, hand wrote it on the box, and it's just really dope. And on the bottom of the box is a message on the bottom here. It says "Own less, do more." So that's a pretty dope message on the bottom of the box. On both sides of the box, on one side of the box, it says Tom Sachs. Then it says general purpose shoe right here. On the other side, you see the size tag and the same information as I read on the other side, which is Tom Sachs general purpose shoe. This shoe size is a 9.5 in women's. This is not my shoe, so it's a 9.5 in women's and an 8 in men's. But I'll read the size tag off to you so you can get the description. So it reads general purpose shoe and pecan dark field brown. As I mentioned, it's a 9.5 in women's, an 8 in men's. All right, enough about the shoe box. Let's get the shoes out. All right, so on the inside of the box here, before I take the shoes out, there is a message right here from Nike, as you can see it, about Nike and NikeCraft. Shoes out of the box. In the inside, there is no additional shoelaces and or not like a hang tag or something that comes with Jordans, where it usually hangs on the shoe and you have to take it off. There is nothing additional inside the box, just the shoes themselves. So there you have it. This is the Tom Sachs Field Brown third rendition of the Tom Sachs general purpose shoe. And to me, it's just dope. It's the most down, toned down, the most kind of earth tone, and I'm very much so into the earth tones as far as like the fear of God and things like that. Definitely got me into rocking a lot of earth tones. So this plays well with not only my kind of personality and my kind of style and what I like to wear. My girlfriend as well. She likes to wear different shades of brown and things like that, and kind of rock her earth tones as well. So this works perfect for her. So yeah, let's get into the shoe. So on the lateral side, you'll see that it has this is like microfiber, this portion here, soft to the touch. The Nike swoosh, which is like screen printed here, is this dark mocha brown, the same as the midsole, has that dark chocolate mocha brown color. Now, as you can see, the rest of the shoe is kind of different shades of brown throughout the upper, other than the midsole and the outsole. So the upper portion of the shoe is different shades of brown. The shoestrings are that same kind of chocolate dark brown as the Nike swoosh and the midsole, and they're very thin. I would say they're very long. So you have to ensure that you tie these up in a nice bow, so that they're not hanging up to the side, because the shoe is low cut, as you can see. With the shoe being a low cut shoe, the shoestrings can tend to hang over. You can step on them, unravel them, or overall damage shoestrings, you may have to replace them. And I'll show you the other side of the shoe. Medial side, the same. Nike swoosh, nothing different, no backward swoosh or anything like that. There is 2 pull tabs on here, so one on the tongue here, as you can see, then one on the back here. On the back, you should see the Nike logo debossed here on the back. So it should say Nike right here behind this pull tab here, which is in black. So both pull tabs are in a black kind of webby filling material. And yes, it's just, pretty much a signature thing for Tom Sachs. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, there were 2 other colorways that were released before this one. This colorway released in particular last month, February 7th, and it released for a retail price of $110. However, my girlfriend was able to pick this up for one of our local retail shops. She picked this up in her, true to size, which is a 9.5 in women's, and she got it for a steal of $15 with a good trade. So yeah, that's always good to pick up your shoes. We spend a lot of money on our shoes, and hey, it's always good to catch a steal. One thing I can say is that the inside of the shoe, there isn't too much in here. It's the same thing of brown sock liner. There is kind of a bit of a cushion here. Probably not gonna be able to see that, but on the heel back here where your heel rests, there is a cushion, so that should help, alleviate some of the pressure when you're wearing the shoe. Let me get to the midsole here though. So the midsole, as I mentioned, with the Nike swoosh, it's in that dark mocha brown, and then it's finished off with the outsole, which is in that all black waffle traction outsole, which is pretty dope. It's kind of like, looks a little rugged. The midsole itself, it feels durable, feels tough, feel like you can kind of beat it up and walk and not have to worry about like, oh, it's too soft or something gonna go wrong with it. Yeah, just tough and durable feel. But the Tom Sachs general purpose shoe was created to be a boring shoe. So the shoe was initially created for Tom Sachs, by Tom Sachs and Nike, to be a boring shoe, unlike most shoes that release these days. And they resell for so much money, you have to pretty much go on the secondary market to pick them up. But I'm sure some people were able to grab them from the Nike sneakers app. It's probably some pair still sitting on there in certain sizes. And yes, the shoe is just definitely an everyday wear shoe. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, however you kind of prefer to rock your shoes. And just dope, just overall dope shoe. Last thing I will say about this shoe compared to the original Tom Sachs shoe that released around 2012, which is the Tom Sachs Mars Yard and the 1.0 edition. That shoe released for a high retail price, and it's reselling on the secondary market, so StockX, Go, Flight Club, whichever you want to pick, for a pretty good price. And they did come out later down the line with a second version of that shoe. But this shoe, as I mentioned, was released to be boring, kind of toned down, some that you can get for retail, some that you can kind of rock every day and not have to worry about spending X amount of dollars on it, since we already have that with our Nike, other Nike releases and Jordan releases. But you don't have to worry about that with this particular silhouette, particular shoe in itself. Next, I will be giving you a on-foot look of this shoe, so I'll be right back.
Hey everybody, so I will be reviewing these shoes and giving you the on-foot look since they are mine. First want to start off by saying, like OP said earlier, I bought these shoes in a 9.5 in women or an 8 in men. I was able to get them for a steal. I only had to pay taxes after I did a trade-in with our local reseller. Shoes are pretty comfortable. I will say the first time I wore them was in Seattle, and they were, after a while, uncomfortable at first. Definitely, I would say in the heel and in the sole portion of my feet, I definitely felt the after effects of walking a lot. But over time, and as I've worn them again, they definitely are much more comfortable. Great shoe overall. Definitely can wear these on multiple occasions, dressing them up or dressing them down. Yeah, so get into the shoe.
Thank you guys again for coming through and watching another sneaker review with your boy OP. I truly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you stay up to date with the latest sneaker reviews and unboxing. And I'll catch you in the next one.